I'm here with Peter Cullen, the founder of Reclink. How's it going, Peter?
Oh, really good, mate, and it's tremendous to be here. The 25th anniversary, the launch tonight, and have Anthony Albanese doing the disco tonight. It really gives the whole thing a bit of self-esteem, doesn't it? Not that it's lacked that. Yeah, it's the real icon event. Matter of fact, I was at the first Community Cup, and Jason Evans approached me down at the Peanut Farm Reserve to bring a team down to do a curtain raiser.
Yep.
And we couldn't believe how many people turned up to this event. I mean, we didn't really know what it was about. And there was so many people there, not in comparison to today, that our team, when they come off the ground, we just won the match, and they were made up of people from St Kilda in homelessness, mental health, drug and alcohol. Certainly wasn't your traditional footy team, and that they were playing sport. You know, it was about including the unincluded. And there seemed to be a connection with the radio stations being community. So the players came inside, they just won, and they decided, what an opportunity. One of them said, let's do a lap of honour. Right. So out they ran, and they absorbed the crowd clapping them, and just picked up on intuitively, we can have a bit of fun with this. So that all happened. On the day, my memory I think they realised they were onto something, I assume, when we ran out of everything. They ran out of everything. I mean,
Talking like beers?
Beer, yeah, the foods, and all these people were there. It was a great day. There was something sort of special about it. And they began to build on something that they could see was a formula. The arts community, the music community, the idea of the match between the radio stations or the media and the music world. So that it just seemed to really grow from there. And Jason asked me if I would. I got to be the acting CEO, even though I was just like the sports coordinator. And he said, "Can you go up the stairs and thank everybody?" So I was like the guy from was it Monty Python? You know, you went up the stairs and addressed the crowd. Yeah. And they used to have a few auctions in those days. They used to auction off some, and because they were really out, and they arrived with a big bag of all this cash, which was quite substantial for a fundraiser of that nature. I think it might have been 6,000, but I'm sort of guessing.
And inflation, you know, that probably millions today.
It was a lot of money, and it was very special. And I don't think Sacred Heart almost knew about it, because we were the team. We brought the Sacred Heart Mission team. And that Sacred Heart Mission team and outreach, they used to call it Sacred Heart Mission Reclink, which is really interesting expression, because that trend, we took the baton when Sacred Heart had done their journey with the Community Cup. We took the baton, and it was almost like we were that cousin, because we were born out of Sacred Heart. And then as it turned out, Reclink went national, and the Community Cup's gone national. So we proved to be, with our work in sports and arts, including the unincluded, and the actual event being, in a sense, sports and arts, there's a great marriage there, and it's meant an enormous amount to us, not just in Melbourne, but now in Australia. But my point being, it allowed the Community Cup to have a national organisation to support and link into, and we had the experience from Melbourne. From little things, big things grow. That's a really important thing, because we actually started off with the simplicity of kick to kick, after seeing and observing that a lot of people were not accessing mainstream life, work, family, sporting clubs. It was just really hard for them to access. And they came to St Kilda after trauma and found more trauma. But as Reclink's grown and developed throughout Australia, we're finding a role now in the transition from mental health and maybe hospitals, prisons, and drug and alcohol rehabs, where people have to find there's multiple pathways to move forward, and Reclink is a welcoming home, no cost, sports, allowing people to find community and a place very quickly at a critical and what can be a vulnerable time. But it also is really pathway sports, so people get the opportunity to participate, but we wrap around a health message, health opportunities, and there's very often reduction in drinking, suicidal feelings, attending prisons, even going to hospitals on the other side of it. But the pathways to employment, through the motivation, through connections, through the soft skills of sport, are all really exciting. So we're thrilled that the Labor government made that announcement today, which is linked into the launch, and of 2.5 million a year for 4 years, which allows us to do things really well. And it's a specialist organisation with a specialist mission in Australia, and it has a key role. And the Community Cup is just a great complement to this work and the work in every state. But we're really excited about the 25th one, and we're just really excited about getting out there and delivering more and more opportunities for disadvantaged Australians.
Thank you so much.